Hey YouTube, this is Mike coming to you again from Jackson's Toy Box here on YouTube. We're making another video for you about LEGO Dimensions. Now we just made a companion video to this one that was showing you all the different upgrades on the Batmobile. You look right here and you can see we've got an odd looking Batmobile. It looks gold. It's actually the second level upgrade of called the Bat Blaster, and we've just changed the colors and such. But there's a couple important upgrades we're going to use on this video as we show you how to use the Batmobile to pretty much get unlimited studs for as long as you want to sit there and collect them. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to go and show you how to get to the area that you need to. There's multiple places throughout LEGO Dimensions where you could do this technique, but this one is probably one of the most easiest areas to do it in. Okay, you can pretty much stay in one area and just collect the studs indefinitely. You can also do this, I found, in the Lord of the Rings adventure world as well too. Okay, so but just getting back to the beginning here, just so you know where we're at. When you first enter the DC Comics Adventure World, you're going to come to this area. You see the portal right there, okay, right? So I'm just going to jump in Jay's Ninjago jet. And what we want to do is we want to fly over here to, basically, when you first come in, it would be your left, okay? And we want to fly over to Arkham Asylum, okay? So you can see right here, we're coming over to the Arkham Asylum. And I want to point out, give you a fair balance here. This is not a technique I came up with on my own. This was recommended by IGN. I'm just going to show you how to do it and where to do it at. So you're going to come in the Arkham Asylum, okay, and then you're going to come over here. Okay, now if the music jukebox is not built yet, then you want to make sure that you build it right here. Okay, and then you can turn it on. Okay, now the music's not playing because for copyright purposes we can't put the video on YouTube and monetize it if it's going to play music, so we've got the music turned off. But once you're, and let me take Jay off there because he's doing Spinjago, going crazy. So once you come to this area, okay, all these enemies here, we can use these to collect studs from them. But there's this important way to do it. Now certainly you could, hit each one individually and maybe they'll drop a stud, and looks like here, actually they're not, right? But I want to show you how to use the Batmobile to get unlimited studs. Okay? And yes, I said that right. Unlimited studs. Now again, we're in the Batmobile. We're in version number 2 Bat Blaster. Okay? And I'm going to demonstrate the technique first, and then I'm going to show you what you need to do with the Batmobile to get this. Okay? So, again, in terms of how you feel about sitting there and destroying your enemies, that's a subject for a different day. But anyway, if you have the Batmobile, you can just sit here and indefinitely do this. You can also change the speaker song as well too by just sitting in one location. So notice I'm really not even moving other than just to move my direction, and all these guys are dropping studs for me, and I'm actually just I'm harvesting them pretty much by staying in one place. Okay, so there's multiple weapons you can use on the Bat Blaster. You can use either I'm playing Xbox One, you can use the X button, or you could use your that's the right click button on the bottom there as well too. And you'll notice that most of the studs are being automatically harvested for me by me just sitting even in one location. So I'm not really having to drive around too much, which gets kind of annoying after a while. Okay, and look, so I started with like 500,000 studs. Now I'm already up to 700,000 here in just a couple minutes. Okay, so the question is, how did I do this, and can you do it too? Okay, yeah, obviously you can do it too. There's no question you can do it too. But the question is, how do you do it with the Batmobile? Well, you have to upgrade it in a certain way, and that's what I'm going to show you now. Okay, now I have another video about all the different upgrades for the Batmobile. This one's just going to focus on the 2 upgrades you need to do to be able to use the technique I'm showing you. Okay, so you notice there's 3 levels of the Batmobile. There's the Batmobile, Bat Blaster, and the Sonic Bat Ray. Yeah, and I'm assuming you watched our other video to know how to do basic upgrades. Okay, so the 2 key ones you need to buy are right here. It's Character Studs Ability. Okay, it's the 3rd extra on the Bat Blaster level 2. It'll cost you I think 20,000 studs to buy that one in particular, but you can't buy it until you bought the other levels of the extra and until you upgraded to level 2 Bat Blaster. But you must buy this one because this is what gives the enemies the ability to drop studs. Without this, they're not going to drop nearly the amount of studs, if any studs, as they will when you have this. And then the second one that's extremely helpful is also an extra, and it's right here. It's your stud magnet ability. Now, you know this from other Lego games that you probably have played, right? This allows you to stay in an area and the studs just kind of find you, so to speak. Now, if they're too far away, they won't. But if you're within the general area, you don't have to walk around and get them. They'll automatically come to you. So it's these two things, character studs ability and stud magnet, which are really important. Now, the most important is the character studs ability, because you don't have to necessarily do all the level 3 upgrades if you don't have the money to, because each one of these costs 50,000. Plus, it will cost you gold bricks to be able to even get to this level. But if you can, certainly do it. But the most important one you want to get as soon as possible is get character studs ability. Okay, so in order to get to level 2, you got to buy 10 of these level 1 things, and then you got to get level 2 upgrades. Before I get any weapon, speed, or power, I would be doing my extras to get this. Because once you get this, you're going to be able to get a lot more money. You can buy your red bricks. You can buy the ×2 red brick that we got that now doubles everything, as well as the other red bricks as well, too. So that's how you do it, my friends. In terms of why ours looks gold, we just changed the color. That's no big deal. It's still just the general Batbuster. But again, just sit here. Look at this. I mean, we're just collecting studs. And the other thing about this area where I'm at, which I should have mentioned earlier, these enemies will come, they'll just keep coming forever and ever. As long as there's music playing on that jukebox, okay, they're going to keep coming. Now, I keep shooting the dang thing. I don't want to shoot the jukebox. I want to get these enemies here, right? I mean, you can get up to 1,000,000 studs with this technique. Now, we do have the ×2 red brick. I should point that out to you. So when you combine the ×2 red brick with this technique, or any of the multiplier red bricks, I mean, you're going to have a very powerful way to get rich very quickly. And then what does this allow you to do? It allows you to upgrade all your other vehicles as well, too. Now, are there other vehicles that offer character studs ability? There very well might be. I have not discovered all of them yet, but if we find out, we'll certainly let you know. But I can just sit here, again, as long as I want to, and I can just collect studs. So I mean, in the time that I've been talking to you, it's now been 7 minutes, and we've collected. Oops, now that one's a little bit farther away, so we had to move a little bit to collect them. We've collected almost over 250, almost 300,000 studs here that we'll get in a moment, right? And we can just sit here, and the enemies will just keep coming back to us. Okay, they're going to just keep coming, and we can sit here forever and ever and collect all this money. So that's how you can make yourself very rich, and about every 20th enemy will give you a gold, or will give you a blue stud. Just so. It's around every 20 or so that I have been able to calculate it to be. But that's how you get unlimited studs. You can do it as long as you want to. All right. So I've shown you where to do it, and I've shown you how to do it. Hopefully you found it helpful. If it is helpful, please share it, give it a comment or a like. That would really help us as well too. Have a great day.